Welcome to our YouTube channel. Today, we're delving into a critical topic that concerns many men: prostate enlargement, and the role that diet plays in managing this condition. An enlarged prostate, medically known as benign prostatic hyperplasia (BPH), is a common condition that affects many men as they age. It is characterized by the non-cancerous growth of the prostate gland, which surrounds the urethra, the tube that carries urine from the bladder through the penis for elimination. The prostate gland is a part of the male reproductive system and produces seminal fluid that nourishes and transports sperm during ejaculation. As men get older, especially over the age of 50, the prostate gland often undergoes a process of enlargement. This growth is usually benign and not associated with cancer. However, the enlargement can lead to a range of urinary symptoms due to the pressure it places on the urethra. These symptoms may encompass frequent urination, the increased need to urinate, especially during nighttime, or difficulty urinating properly. Pain in the pelvic region, abdomen, and the area between the scrotum and the anus in men. The prostate is a small gland located beneath the bladder, which is the organ responsible for storing urine. Your urine passes through a tube known as the urethra. As the prostate begins to enlarge or swell, it exerts pressure on the slender tube that connects to the bladder, known as the urethra. This pressure can hinder the proper flow of urine through the tube, resulting in a buildup of urine that becomes trapped inside the bladder. If you found this information helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more health and nutrition tips. Some common effects and symptoms of an enlarged prostate include urinary symptoms. Frequent urination, the need to urinate more often, especially during the night, is a common symptom. This is known as nocturia. Urgency, a sudden, strong urge to urinate, which can be difficult to control. Weak urine stream, a reduced or weaker urine flow can be experienced. Incomplete bladder emptying, it may feel like the bladder doesn't completely empty after urination. Dribbling. After urination, some men may experience dribbling or continued urinary leakage. Other symptoms are hesitancy, difficulty starting urination, or a delay before urine begins to flow. Straining. Increased effort may be required to push urine out. Retention. In severe cases, an enlarged prostate can lead to urinary retention, where a person is unable to urinate at all. This is a medical emergency and requires immediate attention. Urinary tract infections. The incomplete emptying of the bladder can increase the risk of urinary tract infections, UTIs. Bladder stones. BPH can lead to the formation of bladder stones in some cases and many more. Over the years, research indicates that prostate enlargement is often linked to hormonal imbalances, characterized by an accumulation of anabolic hormones like estrogen and insulin. It has been verified that specific foods we consume can trigger the activation of these hormones, leading to prostate swelling and enlargement, which can lead to prostatitis and prostate cancer. 8 foods to avoid when dealing with prostate cancer. 1. Red meat. High consumption of red meat, especially processed and fatty cuts, has been associated with an increased risk of prostate issues. Consider reducing red meat intake and opt for lean protein sources like poultry, fish, and plant-based proteins. Iron. Red meat is a significant source of heme iron, which can promote the production of free radicals in the body. Free radicals can damage cells and increase the risk of cancer. 2. Dairy. Some studies have suggested a possible link between high dairy consumption and prostate issues. If you consume dairy, consider choosing low-fat or non-dairy alternatives like almond or oat milk. The effects of dairy products on prostate health may vary from person to person. Here are some ways in which dairy products may affect prostate health. Hormonal influences. Dairy products, particularly full-fat dairy, can contain hormones, such as estrogen, that are naturally present in milk. Calcium content. High consumption of calcium, often found in dairy products, may have an impact on the development of BPH. Some studies have suggested that excessive calcium intake may be associated with an increased risk of BPH. 3. High sugar foods. Diets high in sugar have been associated with inflammation, which can potentially worsen BPH symptoms. Reducing your consumption of sugary foods and drinks is a good idea. The high level of sugar going through the kidneys will also cause frequent urination, most especially during the time. It's best to cut down on sugar and carb intake, from fruit juices and sweets, bread, biscuits, pastries and flour products. 4. Unfermented soy, which includes products like soy milk, tofu, and edamame, contains compounds known as phytoestrogens, specifically isoflavones. Isoflavones are plant-derived compounds that can mimic the effects of estrogen in the body. This has led to concerns about how they might impact prostate health, especially in men. Unfermented soy. The inflammatory nature of soy oil causes prostate enlargement and liver damage. Note: cheap soy proteins are usually added to most foods such as ready meals, diet shakes, proteins bars, vegan meat patties and processed foods. 5. Spicy foods, such as those containing chili peppers or hot spices, can affect prostate enlargement or benign prostatic hyperplasia (BPH) in some individuals, but their impact is generally limited. Spicy foods, like chili peppers, can irritate the bladder and worsen urinary symptoms for some individuals. Reducing your intake of spicy foods may be beneficial. 5. 6. Alcohol consumption can potentially affect prostate enlargement or benign prostatic hyperplasia (BPH), but the relationship between alcohol and prostate health is complex. Alcohol is a diuretic, which means it can increase urine production and promote fluid loss. Alcohol. It causes hormonal changes in the body such as raised estrogen and insulin levels. 7. Processed foods, which are often high in unhealthy fats, salt, sugar, and additives, can potentially have an impact on prostate enlargement, specifically benign prostatic hyperplasia (BPH). While the direct link between processed foods and BPH is not fully understood, there are several ways in which processed foods may influence prostate health. 8. Caffeine. A natural stimulant found in coffee, tea, soft drinks, and some other beverages and foods, can potentially affect prostate enlargement or benign prostatic hyperplasia (BPH) in the following ways. Urinary symptoms. Caffeine is a diuretic, which means it can increase urine production and promote fluid loss. It can also cause bladder irritation. Maintaining a healthy lifestyle can be beneficial for prostate health and may help reduce the risk of prostate enlargement, specifically benign prostatic hyperplasia (BPH). If you found this information helpful,